Hey guys, True Knight back here. So today I'm going to be doing a deck profile on something that I've been playing around with, something I've been having a lot of fun with. Haven't been able to really compete in tournaments just because of life. Started school back up again and work schedule changed, so it's been very hectic. I can only play like 1 day a week for right now, so it's just nature of, you know, trying to better your life, trying to better your family. So that's just part of it. But yeah, I picked this deck up probably 2 weeks ago. Been messing around with it, been playing around with it. So if I can get this video to 500 views and let's say 25 likes, I'll be happy to do some combo and theory testing. I have a whole bunch of extra cards for the deck and everything, different ways to play and tech choices and all that stuff. So we could have a nice little video, like an hour-long video of just play testing. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this. Don't be too mean in the comments. Some people like to get rowdy, and I just don't have any place for that in my life, so I just block you and delete you. So yeah, let's have fun with this and let's get it going, man. So alright, let's start off with the main deck. I am maining 3 Yugioh. I see some people playing it 2. I just think that 3 is the correct ratio, the way to go with it. The Foolish Burial effect is pretty nuts with the combos you guys start with this, so it's a great card. Along with 3 Renaud. Again, seeing some people play 2. I saw one guy playing 1. I just don't agree with it. I think consistency is key, and that's how I'd go with it. My first card in this deck that I probably am going to change the ratio on is Oliver. Thought about trying 3 at one point, thought about trying 1. I think 2 is okay, because you mainly use this to go off in the end phase and attach it, right? So that's what I've been particularly using it for. When I search with Rhoda or Chalice, I just kind of go and get something else. But I see the theory behind it. It's the extender, helps you go into either like a double Charles or into a Baron. So I can see the thought behind it, but I feel like if you manage your resources well, you should get by just fine with 1, but 2 for right now. On to one-ofs, Turpin. This card is just insane. Another insane card, Ricadetto. I love it, and I've been loving the Malgus. I think that the utility that these cards provide, I don't really need Ro. Sorry, my nephew's name is Roland, I call him Ro, so I'm used to that acronym. But yeah, I just think that these guys are fun. Some one-ofs, I play 1 Gearfried. I feel like you're either on 3 or you're on 1, and I choose to go with 1 the way I play with this. And then my only other extender is Fireflame Lady. So I have the Red Ranger. I've been messing around with it a little bit, but that's something that I'd probably take Oliver out for, is to add that effect to it. But again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And of course, last but not least, I play the Connector combo. I just think that's insane. I agree with a lot of people that it's the most broken normal summon in the game right now. But yeah, pretty good monster lineup. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Okay, now on to the spells. We play 4 Rhodas. This is the most insane one, of course. Searching a spell or field spell or monster. I don't think you can go wrong with it. And then this, of course, can help you go into Fireflame Lady for an extender or anything like that if you need that. So can't go wrong there. 3 Museum. A lot of these ratios I feel like are the correct ratios that have been solved in the deck for right now, until Angel Ring comes out, which is gonna be bonkers. But yeah, 3 Durandal. Again, can't go wrong with it. Great card. 1 Joyous, 1 Almace. I just think that these cards with their effects really mesh well with this deck. Yeah, anyway, we got the Divine Sword and Metal Silver. I've been seeing some people take this out for the DDR. I'd love to theory craft that, but if we can get this video pumped up, like and subscribe, guys, again, we'll mess around with it, see what we can do. So that is it for engine. So sitting pretty strong in an engine. That's the one killer of this deck that a lot of people feel like is, aside from here and here, a lot of people feel like this engine is a bit too big. I'm personally loving it. I think it's a totally different playstyle than Sword Soul, and it's what I've been accustomed to for the past 2 years. So I feel like that the way it's played and everything just kind of helps me out a lot and refreshes the game to me in a sense, because like I said, it's just so opposite of what I'm accustomed to with Yu-Gi-Oh! And Sword Soul. So yeah, but anyway, moving on to the non-engine cards. So running 3 Droll, I think it's the best one for right now. I do hear a lot of people saying that they'd rather play Dark Ruler in the main and have this in the side, but I just prefer to have this in the main. So, now on to more. I'm playing maxed out copies of books. I just think that these things save lives. Can't get ashed, so you're good. A well-timed Eclipse. I mean, if you guys watch Pack at all, God Mode against Rescue Ace on his stream one day, he declared and made sure his opponent activated all their effects, moved him around, and then bam, just stopped him. And it really shined in that moment and showed why you should play this card. So yes, your opponent gets to draw, but if you're gonna kill him next turn, I don't care if you draw 6 cards. So yeah, and again, of course, Book of Moon can single-handedly stop cash in his deck or in his tracks, anything like that. And then the last 2 cards, of course, my favorite card in the game, Tactics. As long as I can fit into a deck, I'll play it. Yes, I'm at 42. These are the extra 2 cards, but I just feel like as much searching and everything as you do in this deck, you're not really worried about going to 42. If I were concerned and wanted to take them out, I could, or I could just go down to like 2 Book of Moons, maybe take the Oliver out and still keep these in. So it's again, let's get this video pumped up and we'll theory craft. So we'll have a good time. That's it for the main. Like I said, 42 cards. I think it's a good ratio right now. Can't go wrong with that in the deck in the slightest. And yeah, I'm loving it and enjoying it. So on to the extra deck, playing 2 Isolde Day. This card is just, oh my lord, it's insane. If you're not playing this in Infernal, like, what are you doing? 2 Charlemagne. I love this card. It's so fun to play. So fun to watch your opponent squirm. Playing 1 Swordsman. Rattan. I go into this more than I do this. I love this card. I think that this provides so much. And 1 Goki. So Towers is never a wrong choice, but it's a blowout, and I feel like this is a good card to go into with your first turn combo. And then this card's like your utility swinger, so yeah. And then for the next, I am on the Atorigus bandwagon more than the Battling Boxer. I just feel like this guy offers more for the deck, and I like the combo with Neospace, the 1-card combo, a lot. So I think that this guy does amazing in that slot and really fulfills it well. Because I am playing Tactics, I'm also playing the Divine. If you're losing turn 2, you know, and you just can't get anything going, just find a way. You know, this really helps provide that. So stealing your opponent's monster, especially if you're going against like Kashira with its 18 to 21 card hand traps and just board breakers, this might be the only thing you can get to, and it can still win the game. So just remember that. If you're playing Tactics, I always encourage you to play Zeus. So 2 Lady, what is there to say about her? She's nuts. She has provided so much for this deck. It's insane. The way that she pops off and gets you one of your most important cards in the field spell, and her other effect that dumps most of the time Gearfried and can tag out for row is just bonkers. Speaking of which, I am playing the Lancelot and Row. I just think that these guys are, this is mandatory, and this, I rather have this over seeing some people play 2 Charles, but I'd rather just play Lancelot. So. And then, of course, Charles is your main bread and butter, and of course the Baron. So not much to say there with the extra deck. It's pretty straightforward, much like most of Yu-Gi-Oh right now. With the extra decks, you're playing pretty straightforward stuff for your archetypes. So yeah, let's get into the side deck. Okay, we got 3 Dark Ruler. Not much to say there. Card's insane. You really want to see it every time you're going second. 2 Lightning Storm and 1 Harpies. Back row really kills this deck, so this is something you really gotta be willing to go into at all times. And be fearless with your side outs, guys. Like, it's okay to side out Droll. If it's just not, I know it's a broken card, but if it's just not as strong in a certain matchup, don't feel because it's a good meta card that you have to continuously play it. I've been seeing a lot of people's logic on that. A lot of people talking about how they're scared to side out things like Droll or Imperm. I don't even play Imperm because I just found better usage out of the books, you know. So just don't be fearful with your deck building, guys. Don't always be a slave to the meta builds. Even though I play a lot of the meta builds. Anyway, evenly matched. I just think that this card is nuts still to this day. It should be hit on the ban list in some way or form. It should be at 1 or banned because it just brings you back to games. It just levels it out. It's what its name is, you know. It provides that, oh crap, I'm down by a ton. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna get out of this? Oh, I'll just evenly you. So yeah. 3D barrier. Still broken card. I'm surprised I'm not seeing this in as many side decks as I thought I would. Especially with this format. Like, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of link decks aside from this one, and this card can just shut down like a handful of like everything. Kashtira, it can shut down the Synchron deck, it can shut down Branded, it can shut down so many things. Like, play it. I know you're sick of seeing it, but if it wins, you know. And then, of course, in my opinion, I'm playing this. You're already paying a ton of life for your museum. You're not really going into turns with this deck. It's pretty straightforward, you know. If you get drolled or D-shifted, you're kind of SOL. So games move along a lot quicker than you think with this deck. Yes, it can take up to like 10 minutes with a turn, which I've seen players do. But if you're constantly comboing off and everything, your opponent can't really say much. It just takes a while. But 5-minute turn, you know, you get your board set up with double Charles and Baron, Lady, and you have a Book of Eclipse set. Like, what's your opponent gonna do? But this game 3 is something that comes out of nowhere. Like, your opponent assumes it's probably book or something and that they're gonna get booked anyway, so they just go for it. Let them go through, and then when they get to their pivotal card, you just stop it. So I know it's pretty easy. It's a lot easier said than done, but yeah, you gotta, with this deck and how complicated the lines are, a simplified game state and a simple card like this really does it work for it in a sense. So anyway, guys, that's my profile on this deck for right now. That's what I feel like is good and strong for right now. We'll talk about the ban list. We'll talk about things like that in that next video when we're doing the test hands, when we get to 500 views and stuff. So please keep me motivated, keep me going with this channel, because if we're just not seeing it, there's just not a place to keep on trying with it. So but I'm really enjoying this deck and having a lot of fun with it. I will be taking it to the tournament here this coming week or next week. Depends. My wedding anniversary is coming up here at the end of August, so not really gonna have a chance to play, but yeah. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching the video and everything like that. I would really appreciate a like, subscribe, a comment. You know, positivity always goes a long way when you're creating content, especially when your whole schedule gets overflipped and you go from having 10-hour work days to now you're up, I don't know, I'm up on average like 17 hours a day with the gym and all. So yeah, please help me out, help me keep this going. Gonna be looking to do a lot of different kind of content pretty soon here, so it'll be a fun time. But Yu-Gi-Oh's in for a change with those 10s from what we saw in the leaks and a potential ban list. I personally, just to give you my spoiler thoughts, I don't think we're gonna see a ban list like this coming month. Probably not until mid-October in my opinion, just because yes, we have YCSs, but Konami is gonna want their money with those 10s. So it would make no sense to do a ban list this month with the 10s with the leaks we've already seen. So anyway, guys, that's my thought. Be kind, be respectful of each other, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.